Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Last dance with Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain.
10:53. I am out of business. I like when I have to sit here and ramble, you know? I guess, I like it when I don't have to groan on, you know, and just kind of talk about buffoons. The All-Star Award will come back tomorrow. I had to talk blog talk with Syndey because yoga.
I tried so hard.
You know, you are a great trier.
Thank you so much. That's actually a big compliment for me. I do try things, and I try to just give everything a fair shot. And I watched a TED Talk once, and it was the Shonda Rhimes Year of Yes TED Talk. And so now, as a person, I've embraced this idea of just saying yes to things, and that's gotten me in some great situations and some dumb situations.
Here. I actually, it's a great point to that. I said the same thing. I didn't watch the TED Talk, but I said, let's go by this kind of positive thing.
Absolutely.
Let's see what happens, and then I realized that there's a good chance I could have wound up in jail if I kept saying yes to everything. Maybe my friends in circle. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You gotta be discerning with your yeses after a while. You gotta think about it.
So this yes took you to what yoga studio, can we say?
So this took me to Radiance Yoga Studio and Wellness. And yeah, it was great. This is the one that's new up the street.
Okay,
so, yeah,
cool.
This was very cool. No, it was very great. There was a cup of tea, and it was just a great experience. And we had a lot of fun. But no, this was definitely a workout. I was unprepared to work out. I thought we were.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I think that every time I think of yoga, I think of relaxation.
Exactly.
You're going to stretch a little bit. Have you realized that, because I did this my first and ever only yoga experience, I realized I'm not very flexible.
Oh, not at all. No, I really had high hopes because I do yoga sometimes, and I do it, I guess I do it more the relaxing way. I'm there to just breathe and take it easy, and then I roll up to this, and it's intense. It's intense yoga, so.
Was it intimidating that the people there were, because to me, when I go somewhere new, it's like I'm always in the class with the people that are like the pro.
Absolutely,
the residential.
I don't know how I always find the people who know how to do it all. They're like, she says crow pose, and they're on it, and I'm like, what in the world are we talking about? So, yeah,
is that what it is?
No, it's intense. You turn upside down. I don't know. You're up in the air, and your palms are the only point of contact on the mat. And I was like, I saw her do it, and I was like, why even bother trying?
So I think the point of your blog too that I thought was awesome. Sorry, I'm catching up on my script here.
Absolutely.
Coming January 26th. I saw that you were getting a little frustrated, you said, in the situation, but realized there's a point where the embarrassment becomes laughter and you got to laugh at yourself a little bit. I think that's a huge learning thing because to me, I used to get so pissed off all the time. I mean, I really would because I'm like, I'm not good at this. This is a nightmare, and I just get mad, But you're right. You got to be able to go, well, okay, this isn't for me. Get me out of here in 20 minutes,
Oh, absolutely. And honestly, it's not that deep. Most things aren't that deep.
Right.
And so, just go in and you're having fun. You're with your friends. It was a fun day. And so that was a good reminder just to take things, a little less seriously and enjoy yourself.
Well, and the memory that creates. Because in 5 years, your friends are going to go, hey, Syndey, remember the crow pose, And
I'll say, oh, God, don't remind me.
So how did this is your first yoga class you've been to?
This was my second ever.
Second ever. So you've been to one before.
I have been to one before.
How did this experience differ?
So I think the one before was just a little bit more, it was a beginner's yoga class.
Okay,
so
that's a good clarification.
So that was just a very chill, and then this was a more general yoga flow class, and so I didn't know what to expect. So we go in, and it's pretty much right away. It's not so beginner.
Did your eyes why? What am I doing?
Yeah, pretty much.
We ain't in Kansas no more.
So no, that definitely was a little bit of a learning curve, but that was the fun part too, was learning how to do different things and kind of pushing yourself a little bit. That's part of the fun, is just trying and failing and learning from there. So
now, did anyone in the room know you were writing the blog about this at the time?
No, I didn't know I was writing the blog about it.
That's why I like it. It's a very natural blog.
It's whatever comes up. So no, I was just there, just having fun and in the moment. And I think that works because you're just in the moment, you're enjoying it, you're learning something new, and then you come out and you're like, okay, now I can reflect on this a little bit, and that's kind of fun.
Well, all I know is that people thought you were lying last week when you said you didn't know what you're writing on.
Yeah, that's wild.
I got a call. I was talking to somebody. They go, seriously, what's she writing about? Because I guess we did such an interesting job on the show, and then your article, the blog was fantastic on the tattoo, very well written.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And I said, I promise you, she doesn't know. It's kind of like she does, but she doesn't. It sees what happens.
But I appreciate that people think I'm more pulled together than that. I really think that's nice. But no, I promise, I do not know. It's a surprise to me as well. And then we just see what happens.
Was there one pose that you could strike?
One pose that I could try
during the class, like you could strike in the class that you would nail?
There's this one, I think it's called the child's pose, and you just go down and you're just like face down on the mat, and I can do that. I can lie on the mat. And then
you should
I can
see
lie
me
there.
at 2 a.m. I'm pretty good.
Exactly.
So would you, if it was an intermediate class, like let's say it was a beginner, but it wasn't, pro yoga extraordinaire, would you do an intermediate class?
Absolutely, I would do. That's what I'm saying. The year of yes. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely yes. I would try it.
Do you recommend the year of yes for the general public watching?
I do recommend it. Just be discerning and go in with a happy attitude and be prepared to laugh at yourself.
Yeah,
that's the real lesson.
And have you learned a lot about some things that you're good, not good at, and just experience? Have you been able to grow that way?
Oh, for sure. It's just been really interesting to just kind of come out and realize like, oh, maybe I am spontaneous, or maybe I do have it in me to be, just to try new things and do something different. Because I think it's so easy to get locked into this position of like, this is who I am, this is what I do, and that's all that I do. But it's been really nice, right? It's been really nice to just get out and try different things and discover different things that I enjoy too.
Well, and it's fun to kind of follow along because you really are living by what you're writing about and saying, yeah, let's go do this, let's try this, and it's awesome.
Thank you.
Now, with that being said, were your friends, were they kicking butt in yoga, or were they all...
They were killing it. I don't know.
That's even worse, because then you feel kind of left out afterwards, like they're all talking about how fun it was, and you're like,
I was like, this was so hard, and they're like, no, it was awesome. It was awesome, but let's acknowledge it was hard too, right? Please, guys, please.
So before we go, I gotta ask you, what's the blog about? We know the answer, but I gotta ask.
Okay, actually, this time I might have a slight answer. So, spontaneously, year of yes, I'm going to Arkansas this weekend just because I've never been before, so we're checking it out.
Playing some sound effects. Yeah. We know what we're writing about.
this time only, so don't get excited.
You going to Hot Springs?
Yeah, I am, exactly.
When are you doing that?
Friday afternoon, heading out and coming back Sunday, and it's just going to be a quick little trip and see what happens.
Friendscation?
Exactly, yeah.
There you go.
See what
Have
happens.
some fun with it. How long a drive?
It's about 6 hours, so it could be worse, but, we'll see how it goes.
I can't drive in a car for 6 minutes. I think that's why I live up the road and bought that house, because I hate driving.
And I respect that. I hate it too, but here we are. We're in it anyway.
We're in the year of yes. That's all we know. Syndey, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And thank all of you for hanging out with me for the last 2 hours. I'll see you tomorrow live at 9 for more of our daily show with Lee Cox and Sea Rations Grubhub, Slurp Daiquiri, and we'll find out what other trouble I can cause. Until then, try your best to stay out of jail.